right, let's dig into a really interesting piece of golf history today, one that answers a very modern question. Can a set of irons that are nearly 20 years old, the legendary TaylorMade R7, still be a total game changer for a senior golfer? Let's find out. So here's the big question, right? We're constantly told that newer is better. But what if all those years of so-called innovation haven't really left great design in the dust? We're going to put a classic club up against today's crazy price tags and see what actually moves the needle on your scorecard. And here it is. Man, if you were playing golf back in the mid-2000s, you know this club. The R7 was everywhere, a true game improvement iron that absolutely lived up to the hype. So let's set the scene. As a senior golfer, you've got this choice, right? Do you shell out $1,000 or more for the absolute latest tech? Or do you put your trust in a proven design from back in the day? The R7 makes a really fascinating case for looking back. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the mechanics of it all. The whole reason this club is still so relevant is because the technology packed inside of it was made for one thing, to help the average golfer. And you know what? That idea is completely timeless. Now, you hear a term like inverted cone technology, and you probably think, oh boy, here comes the marketing speak. But honestly, it's a critical part of why these irons work so well. Just think of it as a secret way of making almost the entire club face feel like you hit it dead center. And this is where that tech really pays off. As we get older, let's be honest, our swing isn't perfect every single time. With the R7, a shot that you catch a little on the toe or heel doesn't just die on you. You don't lose all that distance. That forgiveness is what turns a potential bogey into a par putt. The other piece of the magic here is that deep cavity back. By pushing all the weight out to the edges, the perimeter, of the club, TaylorMade made it incredibly stable. So if your hands get a little wobbly at impact, this design stops the club face from twisting open or shut. The result? Way more straight shots. So we know the club helps you hit the ball better. But, performance isn't just about that one perfect strike, is it? It's also about making the game more comfortable, easier on the body. Which brings us to our next point, comfort and control. We gotta talk about it. The elephant in the room for so many of us. That pesky little fade that loves to turn into a full-blown right turn signal slice right into the woods. It's the worst, and the R7 was built with a secret weapon to fight it. And that secret weapon is called offset. It's so simple, it's brilliant. By setting the club face back just a little bit from the shaft, it literally gives your hands a fraction of a second longer to rotate and close the face through your swing. It's just enough time to turn that ugly slice into a nice straight shot or a gentle draw. And beyond just the shape of your shot, there's the physical reality of playing golf. Let's be real, it can be tough on the body. Joint pain, a little arthritis, and there's nothing worse than catching a shot thin and feeling that shock vibrate all the way up to your elbows. While the R7 was way ahead of its time on this, tucked away inside that cavity is a special aluminum web whose only job is to soak up those nasty vibrations. This means your miss hits don't just fly better, they feel so much better. That comfort is a huge deal if you want to play all 18 and still feel good after. So the club is forgiving and it's comfortable, but does it deliver the goods? I mean, can it actually help you score better? For a lot of us, that means one thing: getting the ball high up in the air so it lands softly on the green. This is all about where they put the weight in the club head. By positioning the center of gravity, the CG, super low and way back from the face, the R7 is basically designed to help you scoop the ball up. If you've ever struggled with those low line drive worm burners, this design is your best friend. Okay, now this is where things get really, really interesting. And it's a little counterintuitive. Most modern irons have jacked their lofts to make you think you're hitting the ball farther. A new 7-iron is basically an old 5-iron. The R7, on the other hand, has more traditional, weaker lofts. You'd think that's bad, but it actually creates more backspin and a higher, softer ball flight. And that right there, that's the whole ball game. Hitting it a few yards farther is great for the ego, but scoring is all about control. The R7's design means when you hit the green, the ball has a much better chance of stopping quickly instead of rocketing off the back. That's a trade I think most of us would take any day of the week. All right, we've covered the tech, the feel, and the performance. Now let's get to what might be the single biggest reason to even consider these clubs today: the money. You walk into any golf superstore right now, and a new set of irons from a big name brand, I mean, you're easily looking at $1,200, $1,500, maybe even more. That's a serious chunk of change. Now, get this. A good, clean, used set of these TaylorMade R7 irons, you can find them online for around $200. I'm not kidding. $200 for a full set of irons with this much amazing technology built in? I mean, just look at that difference. The real question you gotta ask is, are those brand new clubs really 7 or 8 times better? For the vast majority of us golfers, the answer is a hard no. The value here is, it's just off the charts. So if you're thinking, okay, I'm intrigued, I'm gonna go look for a set, here's a few quick tips. Make sure the grooves on the face aren't totally worn down. And for senior players, definitely try to find a set with the lighter graphite shafts. And look for an M for senior flex or an R for regular. So let's just run down the final checklist. Who are these clubs for? If your handicap is somewhere between 15 and 30, if you want an easy high ball flight, if your back gets a little stiff, if you need all the forgiveness you can get, and of course, if you love a killer deal, then yeah, these are an absolute go. Now to be fair, they're not for everybody. If you're a scratch player who likes to work the ball with draws and fades, yeah, you might find them a little too clunky. But for the rest of us mortals, that built-in forgiveness is exactly what we need. And that's really the big takeaway here. The principles that made the R7 an incredible club back in 2006, pushing weight to the perimeter, getting the center of gravity low, making the face forgiving, that's all just good physics. And you know what? Good physics never goes out of style.